All right, can we start? Hey guys, it's Theodore. Welcome to my new YouTube channel and welcome to my first video on this channel. What can I say? It is a tremendously weird experience recording this, especially at a time that I have nothing in front of me. I'm recording this on a Friday night, and on Monday that just passed, I submitted my 8,000 word dissertation, and that really marks the end of my university career at this point. I have no idea what's gonna happen next, and I just want to take this time to just relax and forget about everything. So what I think is going on right now is that by submitting my dissertation, it really marks the culmination of 18 or 19 years of formal education, like the integral parts of your entire life. It will really set the tone and set the mood of the rest of your life and what you're going to do with it. And um, it's a particularly a reflective and monumental period of time for me because I am just amazed that I emerge on the other side of the great mountain that we call formal education, and especially seeing that in the earlier part of my academic life, I was not a brilliant student or a great student academically in any sense of the term. And I only started to pick up and I think open up in that way intellectually. I think in college when I moved countries, one of the many times that I moved countries, but I ended up in Wales, in Brecon actually, in this college, in this private college, and it was amazing. I actually felt excited about what I was studying. I felt that I liked what I was studying. And I never did that before. I never did that in middle school. I certainly did not do that in elementary school. And I think what that shows is that the environment I was placed in was very conducive to me. And I think it was a great experience. And because of that, I am where I am right now. I'm about to graduate, and I honestly think it is such a big moment for me because when I was in middle school, in the middle of middle school, and I was struggling, God was I struggling with everything, with social life that I didn't really have, my academic life, which was crap, just absolute crap, and I didn't think university would ever be in my life because why would I turn up in a university? It's like the most unfashionable kid you know in your class turning up and being the centerpiece of the Chanel fall winter 2019 fashion show. I mean, it's just not it won't happen. It's not meant to be. But here I am. I'm about to graduate and living in London. It's all I never thought it would happen. And so I think personally for me, and especially for anyone who's about to graduate from university, this is a really liminal moment in your life. It's a time to really step back and collect your thoughts, collect yourself, and look back on what you've accomplished over your entire formal academic life. Um, the integral parts of your life that I like to call. And I don't know, personally, when I look back, and I don't generally like to look back because it's not a pleasant thing for me, um, I can only think of all the decisions that I made, all the choices that I made, good and bad. There were some outstanding things that I did, and clearly some cataclysmically, apocalyptically catastrophes of decisions that I made. They were so bad, it's as though I made them blind. But the thing that I noticed about me is that I never regretted anything I decided on any of the choices that I made. Because I like to think I was a very logical person. I was a very rational person. So any decision I made, it was thought out. I would ask questions. I would weigh up the pros and cons. I would then refer to my past experiences if it can inform the decision in any way whatsoever, and then come to a decision. Which means if I look back on it and I made the wrong choice, And I can freely admit that with everything that I relied on to make that decision, I cannot possibly regret it because I could not physically, magically, or spiritually arrive at a different conclusion than I did at the time. Obviously, I do feel bad about some of the choices I made, some of the decisions I made, and I feel terrible about them. But I don't think I come close to regretting it. I don't ever wish I could remake that choice. I could decide again, which I have never wanted to do up to the year 2017. Now in 2017/2018, a bunch of drama unfolded in my life, and see, up to that point, I thought, a completed individual. I had every facet of my life fully secured. I'm fully happy with it. But then I met people, I went through experiences that suddenly I felt this new part of me open up, this hitherto unknown part of me, and there's a baby up there. God. Okay, and this hitherto unknown emotional part of me that I was out of touch with. So it was a very turbulent period of my life when I had to deal with academic life, I had to deal with emotional life that was just unfolding for me at the age that I was. And it's a bit late for most people to be emotionally developing at that age, but I was. And at that point, I started to rely a lot on my emotions. I started to be more instinctive. I started to be more spontaneous. I use that very loosely because I am told I am not spontaneous. I have to work on routine and rituals and practices. I still do, but I think I'm a bit more flexible when it comes to those things. Not so flexible, but flexible enough for me to know that I have actually changed on that front. Um, so now that I'm more emotional, I do tend to respond to things, especially things that require a decision, that require an executive decision. I respond to things very emotionally now, and I know instinctively, yes, I don't want that. No, I want that. And I can't explain why I did any of these. And I'm not saying, hey, you have a decision, first answer in your head, go with it. I am in no way advocating that. But for me, it was a new experience, and I think it was a great experience for me because now I can make decisions both logically and emotionally, rationally and irrationally. Now, because I made decisions out of my emotions, from my emotions, I kind of feel like I am more capable of regretting things now. And boy, do I regret things. Right now, let's just put it out there that nothing before 2013 I want to recall. There was nothing in that. I have basically taken a fire, a flamethrower, and burned my entire life up to 2013. 2013 up to now, perfect. I remember everything, most things anyway. And before 2013, it is basically a nuclear war zone. There's nothing there, period, end of story. So, from 2013, I started to reflect, no, well, from 2013 up to now, I started to really reflect on things that happened in that period of my life. And there are so many things, decisions that I was proud of personally at the time that I find myself regretting right now. For example, I knew from the bottom of my heart and other reasons as well that I needed to be in London for university. And I had other places, sometimes maybe possibly better places to be studying, places that I got accepted at. But I said no to because I needed to fulfill this thing of mine. I needed to be here in London. And I was personally proud of that choice. I had no regrets, no second thoughts about it. And then 2017, 2018 happened, and suddenly everything up to 2013 is up for grabs. I kind of regret a lot of things, and I want to like go back and change my decision. I wanted to go back to 2015 and shake myself and go, wake up, don't be stupid, don't do that, don't do that. I know you want to do that. I know logically you want to do that, but then, stuff that, do whatever you want to do. And that leads to more problems because it makes me stress about the past, and I'm already suffering from anxiety. So I get so stressed about the past. I start second guessing myself. I start doubting myself, and the entire experience is horrible. And I'm not a fan exactly of living in the moment because I'm like, I don't like living in the moment because it's like you are running into a wall blind. You know, you're not looking forward. You're not preparing. You're not working out contingencies. So I just don't think it's very helpful to just live in the moment. But it's my only choice right now. So I am at a loss for what to do on that. And that is kind of what I wanted to talk about in my first video. I hope it's not that like heavy. If you have any idea what I'm talking about, if you relate to emotional births for yourself, and sound off in the comment box below. I'm sure we would all like to hear what you have to say. Also, you know, if you regret anything and the nature of that regret and how you cope with it, sound that off in the comment box as well. I think if we all share our experiences, we could all help each other. That's kind of all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Do give this video a thumbs up. I don't know if you can do that. This is the administrative part of the video. No one cares. Um, Subscribe if you haven't already. You probably haven't since this is the first video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.